Hello, how are you? I'm a little tired. Sit down, please. I'd like to speak English today too. To improve my speaking skill, let's get it started. Today, it is on June 26th, 2023, and it's Monday, and sunny outside or cloudy. How are you spending Monday? Do you have a day off today? Or do you have a school or work today? Or have you got a paid leave? How do you commute to your work place or school? How do you commute to your school or workplace? Train, bus, on foot, or ferry? Commute itself is tiring for many people. Commute itself is already tiring. Commute itself tires us enough before arriving at the destination, right? I remember taking a shortcut on the commute to elementary school. I remember making a shortcut on my way to school during the commute in order to decrease the length of the way as short as possible. In order to save time and energy, I used to shortcut of the commute. I used to make a shortcut of the route of the commute in order to save energy. We can see many salaried workers commuting in the trains. Many salaried workers are seen commuting by trains. Excuse me, can I commute my Japanese yen to US dollars? Excuse me, can I exchange US dollars to Japanese yen? Excuse me, can I commute Japanese yen to US dollars here? Excuse me, I'm searching for a place, money exchange where I can commute Japanese yen to US dollars. Have you ever commuted your set of menu to others while the other is at toilet at the restaurant? Excuse me, although it is after shopping, can I commute the one I bought to the smaller size? Excuse me, I know it is after the shopping, but is it possible to commute what I bought to the smaller size of the same product? Excuse me, I know it is already, I've already bought it, but is it possible to commute what I bought to the smaller size of the same product? Commit your anger to incredible power to pursue your dreams. Commute your incredible stress, anger, to the incredible power to pursue your dreams. I usually keep using a product until they worn out, until they are worn out, until they have something problem in use. And then finally, I commit it to a new one. I commit it to a new one. I usually use a product. I use a product until they are worn out so terribly enough to have problem in use. And then ultimately, in the end, I commit it to a new one. I usually use a product until they are worn out too much, enough to have problem in use. And then I commit it to a new one. I usually use a product until they are worn out. Very terrible condition, where there is problem in use. And then I commit it to a new one. Although I ordered a coffee, a Coke was served, and I realized it after taking a seat. And then I went to the counter to claim that, and the Coke was commuted to the Coke as I ordered immediately. Let me commit my smelly clothes to new ones. Every month, do you commute the page of the calendar to new month? Do you turn the page of the calendar every month? Do you commute the calendar to a new one every year? Excuse me, is it possible to commute the date to the next Sunday? Because I have a appointment this Sunday. I didn't realize until today. Sure, because I try to be flexible. Okay. And can we commute the date to the next Saturday? Since I don't know what are included in the menu, I had the menu commuted to arrangement of fruits arrangement. How often are the sheets of the bedding commuted to a new one? Commuted to new one. How often does the sheet of the bedding commuted to a new one? How often is the sheet of the bedding commuted to a new one? How often do you commute the sheet of the bedding to a new one? Every 3 days? Every week? Every month? Or never? I usually use a product too much until they break down. And after realizing that it has broken down, I finally commute it to a new one. Since the computer mouse I used to be using was so old enough to have problems sometimes in use, so I finally, ultimately, in the end, commuted it to a new one recently. I used to use a previous computer mouse for a long time, enough to have a problem in use. So I commuted it to a new one recently. I used to use a preceding old computer mouse, which was about 10 years old. I'm not sure, but it finally broke down, so I commuted it to a new one. It is a kind of nightmare to be crammed in a crowded train, packed with commuters. It is a kind of nightmare to be in the train room, crowded with commuters. I have a commuter ticket with a little discount. It's cheaper than you buy sole ticket every day. I used to commute with the commuter ticket, commuter's pass. I used to commute with the commuter ticket, which allows us to take the trains every day, and it came with some discounts. It was a little cheaper than buying the sole ticket every day. A commuter's ticket. A commuter's ticket. A commuter's pass. A commuter's ticket. Commuter's pass. Excuse me, how much is the commuter's pass? Is there a commuter pass for 3 months? Is there a commuter pass for a month? Only a month. Is there a commuter ticket only a month? Is there a commuter ticket only for half a month? Is there a commuter ticket only half a month? For only half a month? I used to go to school with a commuter's ticket. Commuter ticket. Commuter ticket. I used to go to a school with a commuter ticket, with a commuter's pass, a commuter's ticket, a commuter ticket, a commuter ticket, a commuter's pass. We should be punctual for our appointments. I'm usually punctual for my appointments, and I usually arrive at a destination earlier than anyone else. I really hated those who were not punctual for our appointments. He was always late for the destination, which got into troubles, problems, quarrels. Are you punctual for your appointments? Punctuality is one of the features to have as a business person. Punctuality is one of the must have things as a business person. Punctuality is one of the must have things to have as a business person. Punctuality. Punctuality is one of the of-course things to have, to do as a business person or as a human. Punctuality. 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 Please behave and move punctually. Our schedule is so tight, so please move and follow the rules punctually. Today, the schedule is very tight, so please move punctually. Please come back to this bus punctually. The schedule for today is so tight, so that we can visit all of the destinations. Please be punctual. Please move punctually. Please move punctually. Please come back to this bus. Please come back to the decided place punctually. Please come back to the decided place punctually. 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 Play the video games punctually. I allow you to play the video games, but confine it to only 1 hour. If you can play the video game punctually, I will allow you to do that. If the time surpasses even 1 minute, I will forbid you from playing the video games at all. Can you make the promise? Can you keep the promise? Can you hold the promise? I will allow you to play the video games if you can keep the promise. Confine the time to only 1 hour, and if the time for the video game surpasses even 1 minute, I will forbid you from playing the video games at all. Can you keep the promise? You have to play the video games punctually. Punctually. Although we made an appointment to meet. Although he made an appointment with me to call me back on the next following day, he didn't. I cannot rely on him. I'm thinking to ask another supplier for the service, because he hasn't called me back for 3 days in a row. It's too terrible as a business person. Don't forget that you made a promise, and you made an appointment with me. Don't forget that you have made an appointment to go to Universal Studios Japan with me. Don't forget that you made an appointment to pay me back 5,000 yen. You lent me. I lent I lent 5,000 yen to you last year, so it's already 1 year. But don't forget that you made an appointment to pay me back. I would often make an appointment at school before going home. I would often make an appointment to play video games together at school before going home. I would often make an appointment to play video games with my friends at school. I would often make an appointment to hang out around the city at school. I would often make an appointment with my friends at school to hang out the city at school. To everyone's surprise, I was promoted to the section in chief. To my surprise and everyone's surprise, I have been promoted to the general manager in 3 years. I was appointed to a section in chief. I was appointed to the general manager. I was appointed to the staff in charge of technical support. I was appointed to the position in charge of dealing with angry customers. I was appointed to the position in charge of technical support. I'd like to appoint you to the correspondent to the destination. I'd like to appoint you to the correspondent. I'd like to appoint you as the correspondent to the London. I'd like to appoint you as the instructor for the new employees, especially the training for new employees. I'd like to appoint you as the instructor for educating newcomers, new employees. The cargo ship has a capacity of housing 2,000 passengers. The cargo ship has a capacity of housing tremendous amount of goods. I went to Hateruma Island from Ishigaki Island with the express ferry, but on the way back, due to the inclement weather, the express ferry was suspended. So instead, only cargo ship was available. So I took the cargo ship to Ishigaki Island on the way back to Ishigaki Island. Although it took only 1 hour from Ishigaki to Hateruma Island with the express ferry, it took 4 hours on the way back with the cargo ship. A cargo boat, a cargo ship. Have you ever taken a cargo ship? Have you ever taken a cargo ship? Cargo boat. Have you ever taken a cargo boat? cargo boat, cargo boat. Have you ever taken a cargo boat? Have you ever taken a cargo boat? Have you ever taken a cargo boat? Cargo boat, cargo boat, cargo boat, cargo. I came across a video in which many cargoes were dropping from the ship by accident in the inclement weather in the ocean. How much tons of cargoes are loaded in the ship, in the cargo ship? I suppose only crazy ideas will lead to breakthrough. Do you also suppose that abolishing obsolete system and innovations are only the way to be competitive in the world? I am supposed to deliver a speech in front of the people tomorrow. I am supposed to deliver a speech, have a speech, make a speech, give a speech at the meeting today. Excuse me, can I know just supposed total fee of the project, of the service? Maybe, I know not exact amount, but supposed amount I'd like to know about. Can I know just a supposed amount of the service? Not concrete, definite, absolute answer, but just supposed, presumed, about fee of the service, for the service. Supposed, 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 supposed. Only even the supposed total amount of his assets is said to be more than 1 trillion. 1 trillion yen. Even the supposed amount of money he has in his assets is said to be more than 1 trillion yen. Supposed. 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 Supposed figure of the alien. Do you believe that? The supposed image of aliens as we see in the movies may be different from the real one, or we even don't know if the aliens exist in the universe. But many people have the similar image, supposed image of the aliens. Supposed, 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 supposed. Supposed amount of the fee for the service. Supposed location of the plane crash. Supposed position, supposed location the shopping mall will be created in. Supposed place the criminal at large is hiding in. The supposed area or place where the criminal at large is hiding. Supposed place where the express bus is going now. Supposed. Supposed. His supposed assets in total is said to be more than 1 trillion yen. In the supposed, judged by the questionnaire, by the answers from the passers-by, the champion will beat the opponent at the match in the supposed judge. Do you believe in the supposed appearance of the aliens? Aliens are often depicted in movies. The appearance of the aliens are often depicted in movies. Do you think such aliens exist out there in the universe? Supposed amount of money he earned ever. Supposed amount of money he earned ever. Supposed height of the mountain. Supposed depth of the sea. Supposed depth of the sea. Supposed height of the mountain. Supposed amount of money he has ever earned. Supposed. Supposed location or place where the criminal is hiding. Supposed location where the criminal is hiding. Supposed place or location where the treasure trove is hidden in the myth. A supposed place where the hidden treasure trove is located. Supposed place where the treasure trove is said to be hidden. Supposing that I could restart my life again, I would try to be a diplomat. Providing that I could restart my life again, I would try to be a diplomat. Provided that I could restart my life again, I would try to be a diplomat with a lot of study. Supposing that I could restart my life again, I would try to be a diplomat and try to enter the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Supposing it rains on the next Sunday, it will be postponed. It will be put off until the next Sunday. Supposing the total price of what I'm going to sell is under my estimation, I will not sell them. Supposing the total price of what I'm going to sell is under my estimation, I will not sell them. Supposing the attitude of the staff had not been rude, I would have bought it. Supposing the attitude of the staff had not been rude, I would have bought it. Supposing I hadn't forgot about the promise on the way while I was driving, I would have stopped by you. I would have called on you. I would have called on you. I would have stopped by you. I would have dropped at you. I would have dropped in at you. Dropped in on you. Supposing I had remembered about the meeting promise with you, I would have stopped by your house. I would have dropped by your house. I would have dropped in on you. I would have dropped in at your house. Supposing I have enough money, I will buy the product without hesitation. What you said is nothing but the supposition. What you said now is none other than supposition. Supposition, none other than supposition. 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 Supposition, prediction, anticipation, presumption. Supposition. Supposition. Supposition that the tsunami will rise up to 2 kilometers in this area. Supposition. And there is supposition that a big earthquake will hit the area within 30 days. Within 30 years, not dates. Supposition. 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 It's nothing but a 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 supposition. It's nothing but supposition. It's none other than supposition. It's none other than supposition. 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 Where is the supposition coming from? Where did the supposition come from? What is the supposition based on? What is the supposition based on? The supposition is based on sources from the media and confession from the witness, confession from some people. Where is the supposition coming from? What is the supposition based on? 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 Supposition. The supposition is based on science. 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 The supposition is based on statistics, tendency, and science. There is a supposition that a big earthquake will hit the area within 30 years. Up to 80%, with 80% possibility. How long will the shipment take? I'd like to know how long the shipment will take till the arrival. How much is the shipment fee? Sometimes the shipment fee is more expensive than the price of the product, so we have to check the shipment fee carefully. Sometimes, occasionally, on occasion, at times, from time to time, the shipment fee can be more expensive than the price of the product. The boss is arrogant enough to stick to his way of thinking. Stick with his way of thinking at all and never listen to others' opinions. Some people are super arrogant enough to ignore others' opinions. Arrogant, obstinate, an arrogant manner. There are some passengers sitting on the bench, on the chair in the train cars, in an obstinate manner, taking up much space. Opening his legs. There are some passengers sitting in the chair in an obstinate manner, in a stubborn, in an arrogant manner, in an arrogant manner. The hooligans were standing and sitting in front of the convenience store in an arrogant manner. There are always some students taking off the class in an arrogant manner. In an arrogant manner. In an arrogant manner. Arrogant, 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 arrogant. Obstinate, arrogant, in an arrogant manner, an arrogant manner, an arrogant manner, in an arrogant manner, in an arrogant manner, arrogant, there are always some passengers, and I don't wanna come across this kind of this kind of people who are sitting in the chair, taking up much space in an arrogant manner. In an arrogant manner, there are always a couple of passengers, and I really don't wanna run into this kind of people who are taking the seat in an arrogant manner, taking up much space. In an arrogant manner. 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 There were always a couple of students who were taking over the class in an arrogant manner. There are always some people looking at us, looking down on us in an arrogant manner. There are always some people who are in an arrogant manner, who look at us in an arrogant manner. When I was treated as such in an arrogant manner by the staff, I felt like dying. When I was treated as such in an arrogant manner by the staff at the receptionist of the gadget store, I got super depressed. In an arrogant manner. There are always some passengers sitting in the chair in the train arrogantly, taking up much space. Arrogantly. There were a couple of students who were taking over the class arrogantly. There were always some people who looked at us arrogantly. Arrogantly. I don't like those talking arrogantly to everybody. I don't like those, and nobody will like those talking in an arrogant manner. Arrogantly. Without manner. Without kindness and politeness. Arrogantly. The audiences were looking at the street performer arrogantly at first, but as soon as they listened to the professional sound from him, they started to praise him. The audiences were at first looking at the street performer arrogantly at first before the performance, but as soon as he performed, the audiences were mesmerized and started to praise him. The boss was always sitting in the chair with arrogance, with doing nothing. Just all he did was to order us what to do. Arrogance. 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 The boss was always sitting in the chair with arrogance, with nothing to do. The boss was always sitting in the chair with arrogance, without doing anything, with doing nothing. Arrogance. The boss was always sitting in the chair with arrogance. 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 Now some people exhibit arrogance to a particular person. And some people exhibit their arrogance to particular people. Some people exhibit their arrogance to particular people. Some people exhibit their arrogance to particular people. Arrogance. I tend to exhibit frowning when I am stressed out. You too? I tend to exhibit irritation when I hear the snoring sound. I'd like to exhibit my feelings with music. I'd like to express my feelings with music, through music. What does the sign exhibit? What does the sign indicate? What does the sign express? What does the sign exhibit? What does the sign exhibit? What are you exhibiting? Exhibit. What are you exhibiting? How do you exhibit your happiness when you are super happy? I know a friend who exhibits his great happiness by taking down the door and setting it up again. I know a friend who exhibits his great happiness by taking down the door and set it up again. I'm super happy to know that my arts are exhibited in the museum for a limited time though. I got super happy to know that my arts are exhibited in the museum for a limited time. I got super happy when it was decided that my arts would be exhibited in the museum for the limited period of time. Exhibit. The museum exhibits the treasures from the emperor in Nara period every year, but I always missed it up. I always missed the opportunity. So this summer and this year, if possible, I'd like to see. The museum exhibits the treasures and relics from the emperor for the limited period of time, limited period of time every year, but I always missed it. So this year I'd like to see it. Exhibit. The museum exhibits every year. The museum exhibits every year. The makeshift tent is exhibiting now. How often do the museums exhibit? How often does the museum 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 exhibit? The cafe sometimes exhibit. The cafe sometimes exhibits. The cafe sometimes exhibits. The cafe on occasion exhibits. The cafe has a spacious space inside, so it exhibits occasionally. It exhibits occasionally, sometimes, from time to time. There is much space inside the cafe, so it exhibits sometimes. It exhibits from time to time. It exhibits from time to time. Fair is also held inside the cafe. There is much space in the cafe, so it occasionally exhibits. Did you find my exhibits in the museum? Did you find my exhibits? I was super happy to see the customers looking at my exhibits. I was so happy to see the customers looking at my exhibits. I was super happy to see the customers looking at my exhibits. Exhibits. What are the exhibits? The museum boasts large collection of exhibits. The museum has the largest collection of exhibits. The museum boasts the largest collection of exhibits in the country. The museum has the largest collection of exhibits in the region, in the district, in the area, in the country, in the prefecture. Exhibit. The museum boasts the largest selection of exhibits in the region, and the museum boasts the largest collection of exhibits. I'm looking for the exhibition match by the big fighters. I'm looking forward to watching the exhibition match by the big stars. Exhibition match. Exhibition will be held every year in the museum. Are you interested in exhibition? No, not at all. Do you have the interest in exhibition? exhibition, 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 exhibition. Exhibition, 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 exhibition match. Although it is an exhibition match between the superstar fighters, I'm looking forward to watching it. Exhibition, 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 exhibition. Excuse me, where is the stationery displayed in this supermarket? Excuse me, where is the laundry merchandise? Where are the laundry merchandise located, exhibited in this store? Excuse me, where are the laundry merchandise goods located, exhibited, displayed? Excuse me, can I buy the product displayed in the window, in the showcase, in the front? Excuse me, can I buy the same jacket displayed in the entrance window? Excuse me, can I buy the same jacket which is displayed in the front, in the showcase, at the entrance? Excuse me, can I buy the same jacket which is displayed in the showcase in the front, at the entrance? Display. Excuse me, can I buy the same jacket which is displayed at the showcase at the entrance? There is a monitor displaying our temperature at the entrance of the stores. There were many monitors displaying our temperature at the entrance of stores, but I don't see them anymore. There were a thermometer displaying our temperature at the entrance of many stores, but recently I don't see them. There were a thermometer and the screen displaying our temperature at the entrance of stores, but I don't see them recently. I haven't seen them recently. There were a thermometer and a screen displaying our body temperature at the entrance of many stores, but I haven't seen them recently. There were thermometer and a screen at the entrance of many stores, but I haven't seen them recently. There were thermometer and a screen displaying our temperature, but I haven't seen them recently. There were monitor and a thermometer displaying our body temperature at the entrance of the many stores, but I haven't seen them recently. Since due to my bad eyesight, I couldn't see the menu displayed on the electrical board, so I just set a popular menu. Maybe I guess would exist in the store, and it did exist, so I could order without looking at the menu. On account of my bad eyesight, I couldn't see the menu displayed on the electrical board, so I just set the name of the menu, which would exist from my guess, from my supposition, presumption, anticipation, expectation, prediction. It is said the best-selling goods are usually displayed at the height of our eyes. It is said that the best-selling goods or popular ones are displayed at the same height as our eyes, so that such products are notable more to us. If the merchandises are displayed the bottom or to high place, the opportunity to look at them will decrease. So usually the best-selling merchandise or the merchandises the staffs would like us to buy are usually displayed at the same height as our eyes. I usually run on the running machine, looking at the screen displaying the time. After 15 minutes, I take a small break and run again. Without the monitor displaying time, I cannot check the time. Recently, some people play with touch panel screen displaying music sheet when they play musical instrument. People recently use a touch panel screen displaying music sheet when they play musical instrument. I still use the paper music sheet though. during the limited period of time, the treasures treasures of the emperor are displayed in the museum. So do not pass up the opportunity. If the sign that you can go is displayed on the screen, please go ahead. Please proceed to the washing machine channel. Washing machine. If the screen shows displays that you can go, if the monitor displays the signs that you can go, please proceed to the bar. Please proceed to the bar with your car. After arriving at the bar, please turn off your engine and turn off everything inside. And please be prepared for the washing machine. The washing. Thanks to the high definition of the display, I could see the menu of the I could see the name of the menus very clearly. And thanks to the big screen displaying the name of the menu, I can see clearly, evidently, obviously, clear-cutly, apparently. There are so many figures on display in the store. It's too difficult to find one I'd like to buy. I cannot choose. Everything is attractive to me. Numerous merchandise on display. Numerous merchandise on display. The earthquake have the devastating power to fall all of the merchandise on display. Did you take precaution of the merchandise on display in case of emergencies such as earthquakes? Have you taken a precaution? Take a measure. Have you taken a precaution? Have you taken a precaution? Have you taken a precaution of earthquake? Have you taken a precaution? Have you taken a precaution of earthquake to protect merchandise on display from falling? Have you taken a precaution? Have you taken a measure? Have you taken a measure? Have you taken measures to protect the merchandise on display from falling in case of emergencies such as earthquake? Take a precaution. Take a precaution. How often do you eat out at times? How often do you go out of the company for lunch at times? How often do you go out of the company at times? Don't bother me with snoring sound. Snoring sound, the worst thing to bother me. Snoring sound of anyone is the worst thing to bother me. Don't bother me by ignoring my messages. Don't bother me by ignoring my messages. Some people always bother others by being late for the destination. His series of being late for workplace bothered his boss. Ignoring the messages and phone call from the customers bothered the customers. The staff ignoring customers' phone calls bothered the customer. Don't bother me with being late for destination 5 times in a row. We will be faced with difficulties, predicaments, hardships, hindrance, bothering us in the course of our life. We will be confronted with difficulties, predicaments, chaos, mayhem, hindrance, hardships, problems, troubles, bothering us in the course of our life, in the process of our life. Don't bother me like that. What are you bothering about? What are you bothering about? I'm bothering about my life. I'm bothering of my life. I'm bothering regarding my life. I'm bothering of exam result. I'm bothering about how to get to the destination on time. I'm bothering regarding how to explain why I was late for the school. Are you bothering about the exam result? If you fail, you can try it again. Take it easy. Don't add to extra other bothers. Don't add to extra bothers. Answering the same questions itself will be bother for some people. I got extra bother that I have to visit one more customer on the way. I got extra bother that I have to finish by today, so I cannot go to the izakaya Japanese tavern with you tonight. I will be working on the duty until late at night today. Are you getting along with your colleague? Are you getting along with your colleague? No, I definitely cannot go along with any colleagues. I prefer to work alone. I prefer to be alone. I prefer to work alone. I don't feel comfortable being in a group. I've been getting along with my colleagues so far. I've been getting along with getting terms with my coworkers recently. I have been in good terms of with my colleagues. I have been in a good terms with my colleagues. I have been on good terms with my colleagues recently so far. I have been on good terms with my colleagues. I have been on good terms with my colleagues so far. Okay, I will finish speaking here. Thank you for watching. See you next time. See you.